doom and gloom with these people. It's Christmas time. Everything's supposed to be happy, but the Democrats want to preach this doom and gloom, take away from the American people to feed the rich. The Democrats are the richest people in the world. Economically, yes, they are. There are rich Republicans. Republicans ain't always innocent either. But let me tell you something. Anytime you have a chance to grow the unemployment rate at a higher rate than the last 16 years, you should go for it. You should go for it. But this is not what the Democrats always want to do. The Democrats' biggest plan in America is to destroy America. I don't hate Democrats. I don't hate Republicans. But you got to stand for America. You can't have this little old game. I see all my Facebook friends or people's pages I like and I enjoy the conversation. All they want to do is bash Donald Trump. Bash Donald Trump. That's all they do. These people are on a mean roll because they're mad. They're getting steamrolled. Networks are getting mad because Donald Trump is completing his promises. They don't like it. Why do the American people, why do the Democrats want to stand from economic growth from the American people? Why? Why don't they want the American people to become rich? You know why the Democrats never want the American people to become rich? It's because they want the economic growth in this country to be stagnant. They don't want you to get better. They want you to rely on the government. The Democrats' number one goal is they want you to rely on the government. The government. You know what kills me? I sit down there and listen to some of my news on YouTube, some of these news companies and contracts. The person they make fun of the most, and I know a lot of people don't like this guy, but Alex Jones. Alex Jones, they're afraid of a guy in Austin, Texas named Alex Jones. This guy doesn't get no funding for the federal government like CNN, NBC, CBS, Fox News. He's out there on his own. He's an independent news guy. He's independent. He's a libertarian. He gets bashed. But he don't have funding. He gets funding from his listeners that buy his products. For all you people that sit around or on this boat, you better wake up. Things are slowly turning around in a good direction in this country. All we get from the news media is bash Trump, and bash Trump. That's all you get. No, Donald Trump is not a perfect person. Yes, Donald Trump has made mistakes. But the problem is they want to impeach a guy that has not even done an impeachable offense. Not one impeachable offense. But they want to sit down there and continuously, over and over again, they want to bash one guy. One guy. NBC's in love. NBC's in love with bashing Donald Trump. MSNBC, they love it. That is the whole entire news. When something goes wrong, Joe Scarborough, the loser that he is, Mr. Scarborough, the loser you are, you want to sit down there, you want to bash Alex Jones. No, Alex Jones is not a perfect person. He just tries to give you the news and information so you can digest it and find out for yourself. That's what a lot of us need to do with the news networks. As I said, CNN is totally fake news. They're total fake news. It amazes me how people sit down there, and they even admit to it, then people sit down there and still watch their news. Why is that? Because they forgot to go to school. It amazes me we can go down there, and probably the biggest story in the sports news this week was the president of ESPN resigns. I think the days of ESPN are about done. The viewer rate is down. It's terrible. They're another reason why most Americans think the American right, conservatism, and libertarianism is bad. They continuously want to bash people. We got football players that sit down there and protest stuff. They don't even know what they're protesting for, but they're all millionaires. They make more money than I do. They make more money than most average people do. But they'll sit down there and complain, but they make more money than we do. Why is that? There's more of them that are millionaires than we are. We sit basketball players, they sit down there, basketball player A from whatever city wants to bash our president. We don't care. Play your game and shut your mouth. We're tired of hearing people bashing economics that are growing. They don't like it because the unemployment's going down. They don't like it that the economic is getting better for everybody. Just not one group of people, all classes. They don't like it. They totally don't like it. I can sit down there and bash people from my community where I'm from because I see it all the time. As a school teacher in her 30s, what's so attractive about a teenage boy when you're in your 30s? There's so many dating websites. There's so many sexting sites. If you want to date for sex, you go out there and get it. But no, this is why our society is progressing and digressing. But when somebody actually wants to do something to help our communities, help our country, they want to sit down there and just tear it up. Big city government fails. Big city government policies fail all the time. I see it in the city near where I live. It's a failure. Cop cars rusting out. Don't have cop cars that run very well. We're spending tons of tax dollars in the city of Akron. Mayor Daniel Horgan, you need to get your butt off of your tush. You passed this tax plan. You're not getting the police cars to the people, but people know this to be the truth. But you'll sit down there and your little buddies, your little Democrat buddies in the city of Akron that haven't done nothing for people for years, but you sit down there and you keep doing it over and over and over and over and over again. But you won't stop. You want to take more money from the poor. You want to take the money for the middle class. But it's always the crime. The biggest one, that's one of the biggest lies. The biggest lies the Democratic Party has always said about the Republican Party is they're going to take the elderly Social Security away. Wrong. The Democrats tend to do that, but everybody buys into their vote. Hey, if you like Bernie Sanders,